When you're feeling down and you have a frown, this may please you. It's some cheese.
Beer.
Cheese, 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 cheese,
Beer.
cheese, 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 cheese.
Beer.
Yeah, cheese, 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 cheese.
Alright, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight? Today, wherever you're from in this beautiful world, welcome to another Beer and Cheese Tuesday. We got a great panel here today. We got, cheers to you guys, Bumpy Road Brews.
Cheerios.
East Coast LQ review, East Coast LQ reviews, and Beer Man. We already got a couple chatters. We got Aya Levi, we got Sam Smalley, and we got Cheryl Crawford. Cheers to you guys. Thanks for being here. So this is when it comes around again, I'll remember what the hell it was. But I know one of them was a Tripel, Belgian Tripel. What else?
Irish, any Irish beer?
Anything Irish. DUNKEL BOCK, there it is. With string cheese, blue cheese, and what was the other one? I forgot. Parmesan. Let me itch my back. Hold on.
Back
Okay.
cheese.
Bad cheese. Cheers. Cheryl says cheers, Bumpy. Cheers.
Cheers, Cheryl.
Aya Levi, gentlemen. Cheers, East Coast LQ reviews from Cheryl as well. All right. Well, let's go ahead and start this off, and we'll start it with Bumpy. There you go.
Well, I'll start it off with my beer. Based off the beer styles that were given. I don't know if you can guess which one I'm bringing. From Schilling Beer Company, who specializes in German brews, I have this beer called Erastus, and it's an Abbey-style Tripel, 9% ABV. And Schilling Beer Company is out of Littleton, New Hampshire. And this beer is, well, pretty fresh, about a month old, and that's not bad for a Tripel.
Nice.
All right. We'll stop there to give it some headroom. It definitely pours like a Tripel. It's got that nice kind of hazy kind of gold coloration to it. It looks like melted banana popsicle, maybe a little bit of lemon lollipop, if you will, type color. So that beautiful golden banana, and then nice frothy white head that will probably die down to a butter brain, but I think it will still kind of hang around. All right. Not quite sure about that first. It definitely has a breadiness to it, maybe a little bit of clove action off the first whiff. The cheese I am bringing is wrapped up, so it's not string cheese. It's not Parmesan. It's a blue cheese, but it's wrapped up in this nice little maroon-like foil. And what it is, it's from Deer Creek. It's a gold medal winner. This one's called the Blue Jay. And this is handcrafted Wisconsin quintuple cream blue cheese infused with juniper berries.
Nice.
So let's
Sounds
open
good.
it up and see. Oh my God. Yeah. All right. Oh God. You can see you just see the spores all over it. This is just like a it's like a horror game. God, this is not going to be fun. I think blue cheese is kind of recommended with like Belgian styles and stuff. So we'll give it a whirl. Hopefully,
Nice.
maybe I don't look at it.
You sure that's not gray cheese?
Gray? Oh, it smells like seaweed.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Gray.
we'll get into this when we get into it. I don't know if I'll sneak any bites before I get back on camera, because if I don't like it, then I won't be able to eat it. But we'll see. Okay, cheers.
All right, cheers, Bumpy. Thanks. All right, cool. Here we go.
All right, so, yep, I brought it. String cheese.
Awesome.
So, they only had the light one. They had the light. This is the light string cheese. It was like $4.50 for 12 of these little sticks. Whatever. The funny part is I brought out my cheese board. So let's open this up. Oh, wow, it's really oily. That's what it looks like.
You got a knife,
funny, dude. It's your little chunks, dude.
The beer we got the Smithwick's Red Ale, Irish Red. I believe this is by Guinness. It says Diageo. Back. Smithwick's has been brewing in Ireland for over 300 years, like the castle at the heart of Kilkenny, where Smithwick's was founded. Our brews have stood the test of time. This ruby red brew earned its rightful place as Ireland's most loved ale. Now brewed in Dublin, this red ale has a blend of mild hops, sweet malt, and roasted barley. 4.5% ABV. Yeah, let's crack it open. Where's my bottle? I'll put it over here. All right. Tool glass. Oh no.
Wow.
Didn't mean to do that. All right. Yeah, definitely ruby in color. Nice effervescence, lots of clarity through it. Say off-white, kind of going towards khaki-colored head. Produce a nice sudsy three-finger head, kind of rocky on top. And yeah, I believe I've had this before. I'm sure I've had. I don't know if I've ever done a review. I was looking on my channel, and I haven't done a review on my channel. Maybe I brought it to one of your guys' shows before. So, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, man. All right. Glad you brought a string cheese. All right. Oh. Okay. All right. So we got today. We're like on the same level here of thinking, Bumpy. But I also got a blue cheese. This one's a little wetter. It's called. It's from Castello. It's a Dana blue cheese, traditional, full flavor, salty and sharp. If I drop it too much, it'll drop some juice out, and I really don't want this room smelling like this because it's very terrible.
They made that aged party I had last week. That was gosh.
Did that aged Havarti? What were you saying?
No, the Castello made that aged Havarti.
Oh yep. Got it over at Fred Meyer or Kroger, I guess. That would be the other one. But yeah, it's just crumbly and wet and veiny inside and smells like ass, pretty much.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And then we're going to mix it with a Tripel as well. This is one we got over at Total Wine. It was about the only thing I could get that was okay with dates. But yeah, it's called the Meredsu Abdul Jabbar Tripel, 10%. and it's good till 12:22, they say. So got a little more time here. I need a bottle opener. Okay. Okay. Got my goblet. Oh, the same colors as Bumpy's here. Nice, clean looking beer. Good, a bit of a deep honey, dark honey, or deep dark golden, or something like that, maybe. Pushing amber, kind of, sort of, I guess. More of a honey color. Tan head, poured about half a finger head, rocky on the top. Smells very malty, bready. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it works. All right, let's get back to Bumpy.
Cheers, Ryan.
Cheers.
All right, so everybody just showed up here, so it's going to get noisy. Let's see. Let's go with the beer first here. Like I said, the head just kind of dies down, makes a nice ring around the top, though. Aromas, yeah, it's bready. It's got a nice bready, almost like a vanilla cake type breadiness going on. Banana, touch of banana. It's more like a candied banana. The clove is definitely in there. It smells like, it smells a bit like candied sugar, like the beet sugar type stuff too. That kind of sweetness to it. Pretty appropriate for most tripels. Some do them a little bit differently. Some of them are more banana forward, and some of them are definitely more clovey. This is kind of a balance, I'd say, so far in the aromas, anyway. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Bobby.
Medium body feel to it. It's got a pretty prickly carbonation, maybe higher side medium on the carbonation. Slightly drying on the palate. It's a little less sweet on the palate than it is in the aromas. There's not much of that candy note coming through. There is kind of a bready, slightly, buttery biscuit type flavor. Not like butter. I shouldn't have said buttery biscuit, but biscuit. A biscuitiness. But a fluffier one. Little touch of banana, but once again, not as prominent as it was on the aromas. And then a bit of the cloviness kind of finishes it off. Kind of a mild bitterness. Just balanced. It's just balanced out. It's not too overpowering with any of the flavors. You're getting the malt, getting the hop, you're getting the yeast action. So 9% ABV, very well hidden. Very well hidden. If this had a lighter body on it, you'd probably drink more like a 5.5% type beer. It's that kind of medium heft to the body that kind of says, oh. But yeah, definitely does not feel like it's 9%. All right, let's get into this cheese. Cheese.
Jeez.
The best part.
It smells like mold. I mean, that's exactly what it smells like.
Oh no.
The vegetal like moldiness. All right.
Yum.
I don't get much like out of the cheese or anything. So it is kind of crumbly. I did try to, kind of slice it a little bit, but it does crumble. I am allergic to penicillin, so I'm not sure if this is actually a good idea or not. So we'll see. If my throat closes up, then I'll leave the show early. Mm-hmm. Very like seaweed like, salty. It's very like vegetal. It tastes like gray paint, actually, because Tanner mentioned gray. It does have this gray flavor to it. Gray lead paint. Don't ask me how I know what that tastes like. Yeah, it's got a zing. It's just I'm trying to get some of that juniper berry. I can't just. All right, there's something on the tail end here. Let's get this chunk on the back, which has less of the moldiness. Maybe I can taste more. There we go. That's a nice piece there. Juniper berries all in it. Yeah, it's just it's so weird. So the cheese is creamy. When you pop those juniper berries, you do get like this kind of like it's kind of like a slight pine, slight pininess. Maybe a little bit of like a slight black, like or the pepper medley type thing too. So it's like kind of like a spicy pine, black pepper pine. The cheese is definitely creamy. The cheese itself, I would say, it's almost like thick cream, like not half and half, but actually like a drinking creamer. A bit salty as well, and not as salty as when you eat the bits that have more of that mold. Let's see how this goes with the. I'm not going to finish this thing because this is definitely not my favorite cheese. It definitely it does remind me of when I was a kid though, and I would make salads with blue cheese dressing. I don't know why I liked it so much, but I did as a kid until I found out what it was. All right. Here we go.
Jesus.
Jesus. It does go nicely with the Tripel. Saltiness from the cheese mixing well with the flavors, the banana and cloviness, juniper, even the pine and stuff kind of plays in there nicely with the bread notes and everything out of the brew. But yeah, that's about all else I can do with this cheese. So it's definitely not my cup of tea to eat. Not the worst cheese I've ever eaten, obviously, because there was that other stuff that I just couldn't stomach at all.
Brie.
Well, yeah, the brie. The brie wasn't as bad as the Willoughby.
Yeah.
Horrible. People that reviewed that talk about the tasting points of Willoughby cheese. I don't get it all. They're like, oh, it's like a pot roast dinner with potatoes and carrots and pot roasty flavors. No, it's not. Vomit. It's just vomit. So yeah, I'll be thinking of a score. Definitely the cheese does work very well with this beer though. Cool. But not a cheese I would search out.
Me neither. Actually, I don't want to try one.
I don't even know if it's good to give it to dogs. So
they might. You get
All the
sick.
juniper berries and stuff, and the mold. I don't know. Good thing is
Gosh.
I'm not swelling up, so guess I'm doing okay.
Yeah, that's a bonus. All right.
That's a
Yeah,
plus.
I always got to look for the positives in life.
All right, man. Thanks, Bumpy. Cheers, man.
Cheers,
Cheers.
Bumpy.
All right. There you go, Tanner.
Right. Talk about the beer first. Smithwick's Red Ale. Nice little lace. I'll give it that. Nice color too. It's a good looking beer, I will say. The aroma on this isn't like bursting out of the glass. It's very subdued, kind of underwhelming. But you get the nice sweet malts, get like toffee, nice breadiness, slightly grassy. That's kind of it. It smells thin. You know, it's just kind of one of those beers that kind of is just kind of has a weak aroma. It smells like it's going to be a thinner beer. But yeah, let's dive in. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
I'd say light to medium bodied, medium carbonation. It's got a nice maltiness on the back end with that toffee. Slightly bitter. There's a little bit of like a grassiness on the back end. Slightly dry. Yeah, it's just kind of a thin crusher. I definitely would say that this beer is definitely a crusher. You get that nice sweetness. There's a little bit of grassiness. You get the malts. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's not this super fantastic beer. Like I said, it's a little underwhelming, but it's not bad. I can drink it. There's nothing offensive about it. Maybe like a little bit of a dried fruit. That might even be pushing it. But yeah, for the most part, it's just sweet toffee, malty, and bready and grassy. That's what I can describe it. 4.5% ABV. Definitely a little bit on the lower side. I would like for this to be around like a 6 or something. But it's not bad. Nothing offensive, just not the best beer. For the string cheese, it's floppy. It's like a cut myself short on that. It's rubbery. It's got like an oily texture to it. It's a little bit like tang, milky. So it's mozzarella. They use reduced fat, low moisture mozzarella. So yeah, milky, tangy, a little bit of a nuttiness. I'm actually gonna peel this and I might be able to get a little bit better of an aroma. Actually, yeah, there you go. Get a little bit more of the nuttiness. It's not bad. It smells decent. Nothing offensive. I will say with the string cheese, because I've had string cheese before, I like getting the little strips. I don't like eating too like big chunks of it. Be dirt, by the way.
Cheesers.
It's got a little bit of like a rubbery texture. Definitely nice creaminess on the back end. Get a little bit of that like tart tanginess. Salty too. It's got a nice salty bite on the back end. String cheese is like just a decent, just little snack to have here and there, you know. Packing in your lunch. Yeah, it's not bad. I think the saltiness is actually pretty nice in this. But like I said, it's got like that milky, creamy vibe to it. Yeah. I like string cheese. This one is the light, so it's not as full flavored, or it's not as potent, I guess, or it's low in fat. So it probably has less of that reduced fat low. So it's probably got less of that creamy milkiness to it. But let's see how it pairs with the red ale. All right. These are
Cheezers.
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 And rice.
the saltiness in the cheese kind of amplifies the toffee. I get a little bit more of that toffee maltiness. The grassy, slightly dry aspect to it kind of mellows out a little bit more. That sweetness kind of carries through a little bit. Yeah, pretty straightforward. I kind of like the beer a little bit more with the cheese. Definitely kind of amps it up a little bit. Whereas the beer is a little lacking, a little underwhelming. I think the saltiness, that slight tang in the cheese, definitely kind of gives the beer a little bit more oomph, you know? Not the best pairing, I mean, but string cheese, I would say this is a pretty good snack to enjoy with a beer, you know, a nice lighter beer or something like this. Have a couple sticks of the string cheese, some lighter beers. Not bad. Not a bad pairing, just not super mind-blowing flavor combination. But it is what it is. Cheers, guys.
Nice. Cheers, Tanner.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, man. Let's get into this. Let's go to nose. Got that Tripel here. Tripel and another blue cheese here for you.
Mm-hmm.
Malty and bready. Doughy. Yeah, you get the phenols for sure. Kind of a slight. There's a slight pepper in this as well. Peppery kind of phenol. Maybe a little like clovey. Yeah, clovey. It's very subtle though. It's got a nice balance between the sweetness of the malts and all the little extra things you're getting there from the yeast. I don't get any banana, anything like that. All right, we looked at it. Let's taste it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, beer man.
I get more banana in the flavor. Spicy phenolic kind of thing going on. Clove is quite nice in this. It's very balanced, like I said, in the flavors too, as well as the aromas. It's very subtle. It's very creamy. It's got a creamy texture in the mouthfeel. Alcohol's not there at all. I don't really get a whole lot of heat or anything. It's a 10%. Actually, a little bit of heat in the back. There is a little, kind of making my forehead sweat a little bit. Or maybe it's just hot in here. I don't know. But it goes down quite nice, actually. It's very drinkable in that, in that aspect. It's got a real nice. It goes down real nice. The body is medium body. It like foams up in your mouth when you. I think that's where the creamy is. I'm getting I get a little bit of apple as well. Some kind of weird like a red apple or something like that. Slight banana, clove, bready, super bready, doughy. This is really good. I really like this. Yeah, the apple. It's like a red apple. Like a Washington red apple or whatever. All right. If I can just do this without spilling my beer, because I got a stupid table here. Let's get into the cheese. Now, this is blue cheese, more crumbly than Bumpy's. When I cut it, it just kind of went to that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take like a nice chunk here. Oh, that's a lot, dude. Let's smell it first. Oh God, it smells terrible. It smells like vomit. Salty. I'll do the good things here. creamy, kind of like Bumpy was saying, like the creamy, milky, creamy kind of thing, or the half and halfy or something like that. It does have that kind of like rich cream, cow milky kind of cream. It's very salty smelling, and it has a funk to it, that moldy funk. It's very like, ooh, that stimulates the nose. You're just like, ee. It goes in. It's like, yeah, your senses are like, yeah. That's why we have these senses. You know, it's like, oh no. You know, it's just
don't eat it. Don't eat
it.
Eat that.
Something's wrong. Let's eat it though. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheesers. Yeah, salty and creamy. Salty, creamy with that funky vein. The veins are like the moldiness or in this, like all those like bluish green veins is all that funk, and you can really get that going through the cheese. It's a soft, pasty cheese in the mouth, and once you mush it around in your mouth, you can actually get past all that funk, and you get into more of like a salty vinegar like flavor or something, at least in this one, like an apple cider vinegar or like a softer vinegar. Oh, and the back and the finish is where all the veins start to pop out again. The mold, it really gets the back of your throat with that funk. Oh, you want to drink something down, you know? You gotta get something to drink this down. Probably better with like a salad or a Cobb salad or whatever the hell you're eating with it, food wise. Oh, Stilton blue cheese is superb. Stilton's good. I like Stilton actually.
I almost picked that up. I saw it. It was a blended one. It was Stilton blue cheese with another English cheese.
Nice. All right. Well, that's good. Cheesers and beer. We got the beer. Let's go ahead and mix it now. Cheesers, yeah. All right. Well, I already have it in my mouth. Let's put a little more in there, though. Shit. All right. That's hard to eat, man. It's hard to eat alone. You know, just the cheese. It's probably better with other components. It's so salty. The beer just really wipes it away. Takes away all that mold, all the bad stuff. The salt is kind of left behind. The cream is left behind and mixes in with the beer. It's quite a nice blend. It really is a nice blend. It's not bad. The apple kind of comes through. There's like an apple. The phenolic gone. I don't get the phenolic kind of thing going on. I don't really get the banana. I get more of like an apple kind of malty, doughy, kind of bready thing. Really pops. You're still getting kind of a funk in the cheese though, and it mixes with the funk in the beer, and it mixes with the funk in the cheese. The fucking cheese. But you just, like I just did there, you just want to like mush it around the beer. You want to push around all your mouth. The cheese really, as funky as it is, takes away all the any yeasty properties out of the beer. Like it totally takes that away, and you're just tasting like the sweet malts. And it's quite nice. I really like that. I mean, I like the funky yeastiness in Belgian styles. I really like. I'm starting to like them more and more as I have them. But the cheese really does kind of. The beer really washes all that funk down in the cheese, and the salt's kind of rid away, kind of rid away, and just leaves you with a nice creamy kind of malty bready feel in the mouth. So quite nice. I am getting a little mold still between my teeth and gums. I can kind of taste it, and it's kind of numbing in a way, kind of a numbing feel. I don't know if you got that, Bumpy, but it's kind of like a numbing feel or something. Maybe the alcohol in the beer is numbing my mouth. I don't know. But that's what I have for you guys. So hopefully that worked. All right. Well, let's get back to our final thoughts. And let's do it. Yeah, let's get back to Bumpy.
Well, let's go with the beer first because I still haven't even really thought about the cheese as far as the score. So for the beer, I'll give it a 43 out of 50, which puts it in a very good category. I think it's a nice tripel at 9%. You can't taste the alcohol. It's got some good tasting notes to it that are pretty you know, they're not way out there. Wow, it's not the best Tripel I've ever had. I've had probably a few anyways that are better than this one. But yeah, that's why I'm 43 out of 100. I think it's still nice. It's very approachable. And the alcohol is well hidden. A little bit of other fruity flavors in there too as well. Yeah, maybe a little bit of kind of pear, slight banana note and stuff like that. So on Untapped, had a 3,608 ratings. It only scores a 3.95 out of 5. So a little bit less than when I think of it, but still a decent brew. On the cheese, I'm definitely not into eating blue cheese or gorgonzola. But it wasn't bad for what it is. I think I mean it's got to be something that you want to eat if you're going to be eating that. So I think for the cheese as to what it was, I think they did a good job really getting those flavor notes in there. It looked disgusting. If you guys ever played that video game or seen that video game, The Last of Us, well, it's all about these spores. It's like these spores, and basically they take over. Like it's almost like the invasion of the body snatchers. These spores kind of take over the humans. And so, but yeah, it's kind of what that cheese reminded me of was just like the spores that just would take over like an entire, room. It would just be all these like like a giant tree vine thing that just kind of, or mold that just grew all over the walls. So great cheese for Halloween for sure. Not too bad. Not too bad. Like I took a couple bites of it. I didn't gag off of it. It just wasn't like super pleasant. The juniper berry was very interesting because I do drink gin. So I've never actually eaten a juniper berry. So that was fun to actually try a real juniper berry and to see like, oh, wow, that really does bring some of those flavors into the gin. It was pretty amazing on that aspect. So, I mean, for what the cheese was, I mean, I'll score it like, I'll put it right there in the 90s. I'll give it like a 93 out of 100.
Nice. 93. Perfect. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, I can see like, you crumble that up, you throw it on some salads and stuff. As long as you're mixing it with other things and you don't really think about it, then it wouldn't be super horrible. But just eating it flat out was kind of, it's like that's when you're really smacked in the face with what it is. Vegetal, moldy, gray lead paint.
Yeah.
And then like a full on cream. Full fat butter. And oh yeah, it did pair very well with the Tripel as well. So
cool.
Yeah, if you are going to eat blue cheese, it looks like Luke John seems to love blue cheese and stuff. Get yourself a Tripel and go to town. You'll really enjoy it.
Definitely. And with Joe was mentioning hot wings, buffalo wings. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, I can do blue cheese. I can do the blue cheese dressing. As long as it's kind of mixed with stuff. So I used to eat it as a kid on my salad. Blue cheese dressing until I found out that it was mold that made it blue cheese. Then it was like that whole like, oh no, I don't like it now.
Right.
The flavor of that, but it's the way it's mixed. It's different from eating it straight up to when it's kind of prepared and mixed with things.
Yep.
It's a better cheese used within a recipe by itself. Personally, is what I think. But.
Definitely, I agree.
All right, I've talked too much. Cheers.
You're fine. Cheers, man. Cheers, Bumpy. Thank you, man.
Cheers.
Cool. All right, Tanner.
All right, the beer, a couple other additional flavor notes I did pick up. I got on the aroma and the palate, I was getting a nice little bit of like a nuttiness, and then I was getting a fruitiness as well. I think along the lines of like a apple, I'd say. Like I said, aroma and palate, I was kind of getting nuttiness, apple. The nuttiness in the cheese actually really brought out nuttiness in the beer. Um, it's nice to go back to certain styles. I actually really do like the red ales. I think the last red ale I had was that one that I had on Beer Man's show. I think that was a Wormtown beer. It had the leprechaun on it. For a number for this, I'll run it at like I'll give it like an 80. I think it's decent. It's not something that I'll pick up all the time, but if you want something with a little bit more flavor to it, but it's definitely on the thin side, lower ABV, you drink a whole 6-pack, probably perfectly fine. I mean, I personally probably could, but yeah, 80. The string cheese.
Very.
Actually,
String cheese theory.
of the Sargento string cheese. I mean, it's a good snack. It's not, of course, like your gourmet cheese, high-end cheese. I'd give it like 80, 87. I like it. It was good. It's very oily. It's kind of, once you're sitting there at the end of it, you kind of just have oily fingers. It's got a little bit of a rubbery texture to it that I'm not a huge fan of, but I can get past it and I still enjoy the cheese. But if you guys know me and heard my cheese reviews that I've done on this show, I'm not a big fan of the rubbery cheeses. I like the more dry cheeses. I like a good combination of like creamy and dry, not overly dry, not overly creamy. I like somewhat in between. As far as the pairing, I will say I think the cheese did a good job opening up the beer and making the flavor of the beer stand out a little bit more. So I'll give it like a 89. It was good. It was a nice little snack with a lighter stuff or a lighter beer, and yeah, not bad. So I don't think I'd ever think about pairing string cheese with a red ale though. It worked out. It worked out. Like I said, there was a nuttiness in the beer that worked well with the cheese, and the saltiness in the string cheese really kind of enhanced some of the flavors in the beer, made it a little bit less underwhelming. So that's it.
Nice.
Guys.
Nice, dude. Cheers, Tanner. Thank you, man.
Could have made a cheese straw.
Hollow it out. Or...
I don't know how good that tastes.
All right, man. Cheers. Cheers, Sergio, for stopping by, man. We were talking on Messenger about brewing and stuff. Good to see you, man. Right on. All right, so let's go over the beer. The beer was great, man. It scored actually a 3, just under 4 on Untapped. But they're brutal there, man. I think it scored higher on Beer Advocate, or around, kind of around the same range, like a 90, 93-ish. But I really like the mouthfeel of this. I like the body. I like the finish. I like that it had kind of more of a subtle approach. It wasn't super phenolic, although it was there. More banana in the flavor, more very doughy, malty, bready sweetness in there. Really, really nice. Sergio, just so you know, I had a Tripel, and anyone else actually, Tripel and a blue cheese, same as Bumpy. So this to be exact, just there we go. But the red apple really popped. I don't know that that's a feature. I haven't drank enough of these to know that. I didn't really do a lot of research either. But I am getting quiet. Maybe it's the fact that it's older. I don't know. It did say it like it's due by December of 22. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I just don't know. But I got some red apple in there. It actually was quite nice. I did like it. It mixed in real well with the phenols, that spicy kick, the little pepper. There was a slight pepper in there. Maybe a little pinch of banana more in the flavors, but the beer itself was really good. I thought it was great. I'll give this like a 90. I'll give it a 91 out of 100. I'll go 91. I want to try more of these so that I can kind of get a better opinion. But I think I've had this before. I just can't remember. The cheese for this blue cheese, it was a little messy, a little wet, really hard it was very crumbly. But blue cheese is kind of crumbly anyway once you start cutting it up. So no argument there. Very salty, very creamy, very moldy tasting. Smelled kind of like throw up. Like, just not real pleasant. But it really did go down well once you chewed through it and kind of sifted it through your mouth and got the flavors kind of going back. Did hold quite a moldy presence in the back, quite a bit, and down the throat as you swallow. So you're looking for something like this, another somewhat funky beer to kind of follow it. And I'll give the cheese. I'll give it a 90 out of 100. I'll go 90 out of 100. Definitely an A- for that for sure. The mix was great. I thought it was excellent. The funky with the funky. It actually was. Well, the beer wasn't really funky. It's that Belgian yeasty thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the cheese kind of added that funkiness. Got broken down by the beer, so you're getting more apples. A little bit of the phenolic kind of like left itself. You didn't get that anymore. You didn't get any more like banana. It was just straight up malts, bread, dough, sweetness, sweet caramel, kind of doughy sweetness with a little bit of like and the salt. The salt kind of like it sizzled down a little bit with the beer going through your mouth. So it just seemed like it melded quite well. I'll definitely give it, I could say a 93 out of 100 for sure. Definitely kind of almost mid-range A. Good stuff though. I didn't mind that at all. It's not bad. I can't eat this all though. I haven't eaten any more of it. I'm not going to. I'm going to probably chuck it and put it outside of my door here. But because it smells in here really bad. But so let's get to the.
You're gonna punish those elk that keep showing up, right?
Yeah, dude. Oh, it did have. I forgot one thing. One little small thing. It did numb the mouth. It kind of that with the alcohol. I think we'll numb the elk's mouth with that too. Hopefully they'll shit a lot outside after they eat it. So give it plant some fertilizer. All right, let's get to the main panel here and do our shout outs, man, our promos. All right.
So promos, 50-point inspection videos. I put them out on Wednesdays and Fridays, so there'll be one dropping tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Last I checked, at least here over where Sam's at, it's tomorrow already. So you have to wait until the next day, Sam. The one dropping tomorrow is from a beer package that was gifted me from Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. It's the last beer I had from him, Boulevard. So check that out if you would like to. The Friday drop is from a beer mail that I got from FLX. So check that out if you would like. It's an interesting one. So what else? Normally on my channel, on Monday nights, I would do a live stream at 8 p.m. Eastern. And my shows normally, New Brew is my show that I'm running now. Every now and then I'll switch out. I'll do bring back like a multi Monday, trying to pick up like the pieces that we missed from when I was doing that show live every Monday. But New Brews, my normal show now on Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. Bring a beer that you've never had before to join up on panel. It's not going to be happening this Monday, though, because I will be in Texas on vacation. So I will be missing everything next week. I will not be on anybody's shows. So you guys all have a great time. and I hope you enjoy Monday, whatever happens. I believe my shout out will be for Miscellaneous brew reviews. He normally would have been here tonight, but couldn't make it. So Monday night he should be doing something in place of where my spot would have been. So 8 p.m. Eastern, I believe, on Miscellaneous Brew Reviews channel. He's probably going to do some type of just like a wild card type thing. Just bring a beer, drink along type deal. And then yeah, mentioned FLX already as one of the others as far as my 50-point inspection videos coming up. So I'll shout their channel out as well. Check them out. They're two great friends. You got Dan and Mike, and they have a good time. They talk about the beers that they're drinking. They review them because they are talking about flavor notes and things like that. They do score it, but they have other general chit chat just kind of going on, just being buddy. So fun. It's just fun to watch them do their show together. And I do believe that I think Dan is a relative of Joe.
Oh, all right.
I think so. I mean, just based off of my eyeballs and looking at them, they look like they could be family. So,
all right.
I think that's what it is. I think Dan is Joe's cousin.
Oh.
So, Joe, if you're here, if you can let us know if that's true. My observation is correct. Cheers.
And you're wrong. No,
all right, man. Thanks, Bumpy.
cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers.
I was going around work today telling everybody they were fired. Pretty fun.
Great.
And you're fired. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate it. So shout outs for me. Wednesday, we're going to be doing the brewery review. We're going to be doing Brooklyn Brewery. That guy, their head brewmaster, he's very knowledgeable. I've seen a lot of videos with him. So I will discuss that. Forgot his name, but I remember seeing him in a bunch of different videos on YouTube. Could talk all day about beer. But yeah, so that's 9 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern time. Saturday, we're going to be doing Rate That Beer, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do it last week. I actually went to a seafood festival where I got this glass. So that was a good time. Saw fireworks, saw Dirty Deeds, AC/DC tribute band. It's pretty cool. Had some beers, got some clam cakes. But yeah, other than that, I have another video that I'm going to be dropping with my buddy Andrew. He's not like the biggest craft beer head, but he's definitely a character. It's fun. I was watching the video back. He's a funny dude, and some of the descriptions you kind of get out of these people who don't normally review beer is great because it's like I would have never thought of that. You know, I don't know if you guys ever done that. It's just like even if you have friends, you know, that aren't the biggest craft beer heads, you know, you just give them a beer and tell them to give you some tasting notes, and the things they say is kind of is funny, and it's also pretty knowledgeable too. You know, it's a different perspective rather than someone just always saying, "Oh, this style tastes like this," or "This style you're gonna taste like this." You know, you're gonna get an honest answer out of someone who doesn't normally even drink craft beer like that. Enjoys it, doesn't mind it, you know, but he's just not like totally into it, like, you know what I mean, kind of like we are and stuff. Yeah, so look out for that video. I'm probably going to edit it, upload it tonight, possibly tomorrow. I've been kind of busy with work. I've been doing 6 days a lot lately. And I just got a bunch of videos that I have to upload. Shout outs for other people. Go check this guy out over here, Sam Smalley. He's on Instagram, Short and Stout Beer Reviews. I can type it in the chat afterwards when Beer Man's doing his shout outs. Also, go check out Jean H. Pierre. So that's JeanHPiere on YouTube. I think he's at 905 subs. So let's help him hit that 905. help him hit that 900 mark. Let's help him hit that 1,000 mark. Great beer reviewer. Definitely can talk. Very knowledgeable about beers. And also go check out Thrash Life. Barbecue, horse rescue, beer reviews. Great channel. He just recently hit 1,000 subs, and he's been doing a live stream called Thrash Talk, and pretty much kind of like an open bar hangout, but he's trying to hit that watch time hours. So go check him out as well. And yeah, that's it for me. That's it for shout outs. Do you guys shout out Miscellaneous or?
I think Bumpy did.
All right.
I didn't shout. Well, I didn't shout out his show that he sometimes does on Thursday, but
yeah,
I'm sure he'll be.
You never know if he's going to do a show on Thursday or not. If he does, it will be at 8 p.m.
Thursday, yeah.
right before Lep TV goes live at 9 as well. So,
hot seat.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers. Thanks for having
Cheers.
me.
Thanks, Tanner. Yep. Thanks for being here. Look. Excuse me. Excuse me so much. All right. Oh, you get away from the word, yo. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So tomorrow, Wednesday, will be a Lion King theme, the cartoon from Disney. Let's bring something that's related to that, whether it be a lion on the can or whatever the hell you got. I don't care. Yeah. So we'll be there at 6 o'clock. Your time, East Coast, 3 my time tomorrow. And that kickstarts our Wednesday. Then we have next Tuesday will be, oh, come on. There we go. American Light Lager, Blonde Ale, or any dark lager. Yeah. And then that will be with a medium cheddar, not a sharp, a medium cheddar, a Swiss, or anything with rind. Just something with a rind on it.
good thing I'm missing next week.
I'm trying to get these anything I can out. I might do a month, 4 weeks of just open table, just to make it fun. So it's fun for everyone. Everyone can free for all, bring it all. Free for all. That's what you say on Monday, right? Free for all. Yeah.
Free for all. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, yep. And don't really have, I have a lot of reviews to do. I have one that I need to edit. So look out for that when it goes up. Other than that, promos for other people. The Beer Patrol, man. He's cool as hell. Joe's cool. He just hooked up with me on Facebook. So I got to go look at that. But yeah, I shouted him yesterday. I'll shout him again today, amongst a couple others. But he is just an excellent beer reviewer. He knows his shit. So he's very educated. So go check him out, The Beer Patrol. And check out Beer Hound's beer reviews. I like that guy. He's a nice dude. We've exchanged beers before in the past. He's also in my neck of the woods. He's over in California, somewhere down there. I kind of gave that away, dude. But didn't get specific. But Beer Hound's beer reviews, good dude. And I can't think of any others. Well, there's so many others. There's Don Drinks Beers. It was Don's beer reviews. It's now Don Drinks Beers or something like that. He's from Scotland.
Imperfectly Me Crafts.
Imperfectly Me Crafts. Freaking cool girl, man. With her husband behind the camera. Heck yeah, Chewy. Mallory, that's her name. Yep. And Chew. Yep. Good stuff. And I'll go one more. Stoneyard Vineyards. Check him out, man. Stoney. Yeah. Funny dude, man. And he brews a lot of beer. So, yeah, that's what we have today. Thanks, chat first. Thank you guys in the chat over there. You guys rock. We all in this panel love your support. So thanks for being here every week. And hey, James, Hardens James, how you doing? Cheers. And so I want to say thank you, a special thank you to the panel here. Cheers to Bumpy Road Brews and East Coast LQ Reviews. Thank you so much for being here. All right.
We just examined Pliny yesterday. Go check out the exam.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Yep. Did Pliny the Elder?
Yeah, why am I called Pliny the Toddler? What's up with that?
Hey, Beer Man, do you want to just share my pull up the comment that I put really quick?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, go check out Sam. There you go. There's his.
Yes, definitely.
And thank you for doing that, Luke John. Sam's an awesome dude. Hopefully one day he can hop on the panel with us. So
Nice.
you too, Luke John.
Cheers, Luke.
Cool.
Yep.
Maybe one day you can hop on the show with us. So,
Yeah, don't hop on us.
no,
Yeah, don't do that, man.
don't do that.
That was Tanner's invite. That doesn't go for class.
I
We'll
retract.
time you out, man.
I am the band.
All right, you guys, man. Thanks so much. Oh, wait, I've got some serious problems with everything is wrong right now. My mouse, my keyboard. Oh, dude, totally. Let's go ahead and close this out. Where's the freaking stupid?
Not after one more sip.
You guys have a good night, day, wherever you're from this beautiful world, but not after one more sip. Cheers.
Oh, my
Nice
tinfoil
hat.
hat
I
on,
like
yeah.
that. You can talk to the people in space. Cheers.